From the world of John Wick. John Wick. Welcome to a special episode of Figures and Fandoms. I'm doing a movie review. I don't know how many movie reviews I'm going to be doing on this channel, if any more, but I just had to cover Ballerina from the world of John Wick. I was able to get a ticket to an advanced screening, and I have to tell you, this movie is badass. Is it perfect? No. So let's break it down. Spoiler free. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Ballerina from the world of John Wick. All right, the good. Ana de Armas carries this film. She is amazing. And I knew she was going to do a great job because of that one scene she had in 007, No Time to Die. I wanted to see more of her in that movie because of how good a job she did in that. I knew she could handle action. I knew she could handle fight choreography. She proves it in Ballerina. Not once was I sitting there just hoping and waiting for John Wick to show up. And that says a lot. Like, you know how like in some spin-offs and sequels, even prequels, sometimes you're like, where is that original character or set of characters? Oh my gosh, this movie's not going anywhere. I wish this other character was in this. You're not doing that at all. I mean, John Wick does show up, which is fantastic, but you're not sitting there just, like begging for him to come save this movie. Ana de Armas is great in this. She's a great actor. She's great at the fight scenes. Oh my gosh. Very emotive. So like when she's fighting, she's still in character. You can see it on her face. It's still telling the story. So it's not just a fight scene for the sake of action. And that makes the best kind of fight scene, right? She first got on my radar when I saw Blade Runner 2049 and she played that AI. I don't remember the character's name, but it's a small part, but she was really good in it. And then she was in Knives Out. And I was like, oh man, this girl can act. And I totally forgot that she was in Knock Knock like many years ago with Keanu Reeves. That was a fun movie, but I totally forgot she was in that. I think she was blonde in that, and that's why I didn't even make the connection. Anyways, she's fantastic. Speaking of the fights and the stunts, they are awesome. They are way over the top, which is how I like them. I mean, this is John Wick. I love it, right? So this takes place between John Wick 3 and John Wick 4. It definitely feels like John Wick 3.1. I would say the fight scenes, they raised the bar once again. 8711 is just like perfect. I gotta say it. And I would say the fights in Ballerina match the like craziness, the over-the-topness of John Wick 4. And there's even humor in the fights, just like all the previous movies. There's like funny kills. I know that sounds almost terrible to say, but there are funny kills and funny reactions, things like that. So it is just so well choreographed. I can't say enough about, 8711's ability, their team's ability to put together some really fun fights. Okay, another good thing. We get to see Eve's origin story. And I feel like it's probably how John Wick rose through the Ruscaroma. We get to see her ballet training. Well, maybe John Wick didn't do ballet training, but I'm just talking about like, training overall. We see her ballet training, gun training, jiu-jitsu, hand-to-hand combat, and her VIP protection drills. It's very cool. And they humanize her in this because she doesn't come out of the gate perfect at these things. They show her on camera failing at these things. Her character fails over and over and over again. Even in the ballet training, she fails. And it's great because it shows her earning that ability and earning that skill and earning that level and earning her title of assassin. And then another cool thing is that we didn't get to see so much in John Wick movies is she gets sent on an actual assignment that has nothing to do with John Wick and, nothing to do with like her story. It's an assignment, which is what this lifestyle is all about. And it's actually a VIP protection assignment. So we get to see some really cool stuff there. Oh, there's these 4 Korean Taekwondo agents in this that come out of the woodwork and fight her. And oh my gosh, I think it's 3 men and 1 woman. And they are so good. Like, man, don't be hating on Taekwondo. Their kicks were just fast. They kick the way that boxers use their hands. Like, it's that fast. And it's amazing. It's a great action scene, great fight scene. Lastly, in the good category, Baba Yaga makes an appearance. And it's just the right amount. It's not too little, not too much. He doesn't take over the movie. It's just a nice balance, and it's a nice exchange. Yeah, it's really cool that he shows up and it's not just a cameo. Baba Yaga, John Wick gets to have some fun of his own. Ballerina is not perfect. So here's the bad. It's another revenge story, which can feel kind of redundant, right? John Wick, the very first movie, started as a revenge story. Nothing totally wrong with that, but it's almost like, well, now it's not John Wick, it's Jane Wick, right? So it's not a dog, but it's still a revenge story. I'm just going to leave it at that. The other bad thing is the secondary reason that Eve goes after the bad guy. I felt like that wasn't necessarily a strong enough reason or a strong enough obligation. Like, why did she feel obligated? I kind of get it, but it was like, I don't know. But the revenge portion of it, I totally understood. That's probably enough motivation to be there. And she was going to be there anyway, so she might as well handle that secondary objective. So, yeah. Anyways, now for the ugly. And I'm saying ugly because, you know, it goes with good, bad, and ugly. But this isn't really that ugly. It's just a little nitpick, right? So, you know, take it with a grain of salt. I felt like the enemy overall was not the best. I feel like this kind of enemy has been done before in a bunch of other movies, but also mostly it's been done in the Mission Impossible franchise. We've seen it there. And the silver lining to it, though, is that it definitely expands the world of John Wick, and it gives Eve a reason to fight a bunch of people. And we all want her to fight a bunch of people. So the thing about this enemy, though, is I feel like the way they handled the rules and agreements and things like that really were kind of murky and muddy the water a little bit. I don't want to go into spoilers. I don't want to talk about the specifics of it. But for me, it had something to do with proximity. And I felt like that was kind of muddying the waters. I was like, what? Why is this kind of thing being allowed? You'll understand when you see the movie. I'm not going to go into it here because I don't want to spoil anything. But that was the only thing I felt was ugly. It was just kind of like, all right, I get that this enemy exists, but I don't get the rules, agreements, and proximity. All right, proximity being the key word. My final verdict of Ballerina from the world of John Wick is, drumroll please, I'm not adding a drum roll, 4 pencils out of 5. If you love the John Wick franchise, you are going to love Ballerina. Remember, go in knowing that, in my opinion, this is a comic book slash manga slash video game slash kung fu movie. Just like all the John Wick movies, right? The story is going to be a little light, while the action is going to be really heavy. And for a comic book geek like myself, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So until next time, be seeing you.